Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. When you're tuned in, you're with Lady Business and Give It to the People Radio, where you're going to get enlightened, enhanced, empowered, and enriched. Make sure that you always tune in to Give It to the People Radio. All right, beautiful people. Today I'm giving you glasses. You're getting glasses today. Listen, I want to tell you something. I'm hoping you guys are having a beautiful day whenever you're going to be watching this. All of my people that are watching live, this is Give It to the People. So I'm going to let the intro play one more time, and then we're going to jump in. Good evening. When you're tuned in, you're with Lady Business and Give It to the People Radio, where you're going to get enlightened, enhanced, empowered, and enriched. Make sure that you always tune in to Give It to the People Radio. Yes. Okay. So welcome everybody. I'm Chisa Penix Brown, and I am the Chief Curator at Give It to the People, which is a mental wealth company based in Greensboro, North Carolina, that helps people to just really be their best. We focus on getting your mind right and your money right, because those two things go hand in hand when we talk about mental wealth. Our show is dedicated to all of the BIPOC businesses, women-owned businesses, and we do focus a lot primarily on Black-owned businesses, but BIPOC is Black, Indigenous, and people of color. So we like to bring, just shed a light on those types of businesses, unique individuals, people that are doing great things in the community that maybe you don't know about, maybe you do know about, but we want to bring this light to you because we want you to be more aware and definitely share everything that you can about these people. So today, I have a special guest who you will not believe, because I don't often bring on people that are as excitable as me, that give you like all the life and all the color, but she does. Okay, so I can't wait to introduce to you. We are going to introduce her. Bambi, come on. She should be coming into the room shortly. Let me add her in. Hey, girl. Do you see what I mean? I'm telling you, girl, the color, honey, the everything.
Honey, I was feeling like a star because I was like, oh, I'm backstage.
You in the green room, the virtual green room and everything backstage. But yes, so we like to hear, I'm going to try some different stuff this evening and just see how this is going to work, because I'm playing with some stuff today. So let's see, when I do some different things today, I just want to try some stuff. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Some stuff works, some stuff doesn't work. But whenever you're doing live things, it gives you an opportunity to kind of play around. So I'm going to just bring us closer to the screen so everybody can see. And let me back up so my glare on the glasses is not so heavy. But one of the reasons I said, I definitely wanted to have you on this show is because I've already been on your show. And, me being able to find out about you came at an interesting time, because it was an event that I was invited to, that somebody said, well, look, can you come to this event the next day? And I said, well, typically probably not, but right now, yeah, I can come. And then, go to the event. I'm running a little bit late, which is not normal because it was a crazy day and stuff was not going the way that I like to go. And anybody, let me take these off because that glare is killing me. Anybody that knows me, I'm a type A personality. So I like my stuff to work. I like things to go the way that they're supposed to go. And when it doesn't, it gets me frustrated. And then let me not have that energy and then go into something. But this beautiful woman walked up to me, and she had her husband, who I already knew, right, from years ago. And she was like, I just want to meet her. And I said, oh, well, who am I? And it was just the most like wonderful meeting, wonderful, just this coalesce of energy, right? So that was how, I met Bambi Daniels. And it was one of those things where I was just like, I'm really loving your energy. And so then we kind of talked, and I'm going to tell everybody at the end, like some of the things that we're doing. But just give us a little bit about you, because people may not know, and some people do know, but I think that one of the greatest things is your energy. Like that is the thing that I love the absolute most.
Well, thank you. I hope you can hear me, because I just saw a notice. I don't know if you were seeing me move around. That my microphone wasn't connected. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you. I did see it, but I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, wonderful. So, well, I am Sanji Bambi Davis Daniels, all of those names. I always say that. I go by Bambi because that is a nickname that my grandmother gave me at birth. So everybody who is very close or intimate with me know me by Bambi more than Sanji, but I take both because they're both my names.
Mm-hmm.
What is Bambi? Or
Mm-hmm.
I always say Team Bambi.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am a daughter, a mother, a sister, and all of those auntie, a wife. I'm all of those wonderful things that I feel my place in life is to encourage, motivate, and educate people to be the very best version of themselves, to
Mm-hmm.
shine bright, to
Mm-hmm.
live their dreams, live them out loud. And I use food as a way to open up everybody because food is a universal conversation piece. I guess conversation opening
Mm-hmm.
piece for everybody. When you sit at the table, you let your walls come down and you're able to listen, you're able to receive, and you're able to feast on not only the food, but knowledge that people around the table, especially your elders, are giving you.
Oh my God. You know what? First of all, that description, I couldn't have done that better.
Mhm.
And I think that that is really something that we might overlook oftentimes. Now,
Mhm.
I don't overlook it because I like to eat, I like to cook, I like to do my mixology. And,
Yes.
you know, when I find somebody else that is a co-foodie, it is
Yes.
like, yes, we're friends and we don't even know it.
Yes.
And it's one of those things where you know, okay, if people go on foodcations, like you just
Mhm.
go to places to eat, those are my people. Like I love those types of people,
Yeah.
right? They'll travel for food. And food does break down those barriers because the thing is, if it's good, we're gonna say, mm-hmm, right? And we'll have a
Mhm.
conversation about it. If it's bad, we're definitely gonna say, no, I don't know who made the mashed potatoes, who made the
Yes.
gravy, who made whatever. But it does give us a commonality of being able to have that conversation where
Yes.
maybe otherwise we wouldn't have had that conversation because now
Yes.
we can break bread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, I'm sharing, if I cook for you or you cook for me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sharing a part of my life with you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sharing a plate of love
Mm.
when you do that with someone and that person receives that. You receive that. I don't care if somebody makes a bologna sandwich for you. You be like, oh, you made this for me. Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, because even on the street, you see people have signs that says will work for what? Food.
Food. Yeah.
Because it is the strength and life to the body as well as
Mm-hmm.
to the soul.
Yes. Now, one thing about you that some people may not know, if you read the description in advance, then you know that Bambi was one of the people that was fortunate enough to be on television. And I always think that that to me is an important factor. And especially when you're on something that is more of a national platform as well.
Mhm.
So, can you tell them about your experience of being on television? And also, you know, I like to say, listen, once you get to that status, you're a celebrity chef. And so, you
Yes.
know, you are a whole entire celebrity chef. And that's one of the things that I think sometimes people don't embrace those titles, right? Like
Mhm.
that they are this thing. Sometimes they diminish the value of how important that, you know, time on TV is. And they don't really, you know, do what they could do. And so one of the things that I would say about you is how did you get on there? And what was your experience like where if other people are saying, well, look, I'd be interested in getting on TV, what did Bambi do?
Okay. Well, Bambi just was Bambi. I
Mm-hmm.
was told in 2020, with the pandemic, I was cooking, just doing what I normally do. And I started taking pictures. And my husband, who's Owens Daniels, who's a
Mm-hmm.
noted photographer, he was like, baby, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So he was like, yes. He was like, okay, I'm going to teach you food photography. So I
Mm-hmm.
started doing food photography, cooking for my children because they came home from college, and I was like, okay, I'm cooking these meals, and we were trying to do all types of meals and making all types of food and
Mm-hmm.
changing southern cuisine. We were fusing them with Asian, and we were doing all of
Love it.
this, and at the same time I was taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I was told, even by my kids, they were like, "Oh, mommy, you have to have 50,000 people before anybody notices you." So I
Mm-hmm.
said, "You know what? I'm not into this social media game. I'm who I am. I'm gonna, display what I like to do, and talk about me. And I noticed that people liked me telling the stories of the food as well as telling my story. And then all of a sudden, PBS noticed me. So I tell anybody, you can have 50 followers, but let me tell you something. You can have 200. Out of that 200, you just need one.
Come
You
on,
just need
somebody.
one
Wait,
person
hold
to
on.
share it.
Let me get this tambourine out. For anybody that doesn't know, this is Tammy Faye, Tambourine Brown. And when people say good things, Tammy got to come out. Yes, just one.
Just one. So I was like, at first when they inboxed me, I was like, okay, this is a joke, because I still don't have 2,000 followers. So I'm like, this is a joke. So they gave me more information that, hello, this is legitimate. This is not a joke. So I filled out the application and I sent in my tape. I told my story. And they called me back and said, you're one of the contestants. I was like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
So at that time, my husband was like, this is your time. Yeah. Because I was like, okay, I have a job, and we're talking about 4 weeks out of my life to go film. And he was like, go for it. Go for it. And I went saying I wanted to be the Jennifer Hudson of the group. I didn't have to win.
Come on. Yes.
I was telling everybody, sweetie, I just need to be Jennifer Hudson.
Come on,
I
dream
just
girl.
needed a shot. I just needed a shot. I needed to be seen. And it's on PBS and it's global, because I have people from London saying, hey, we watched you. I was like, shut up. Are you serious? Yeah. So that's what happened. And I tell everybody, be yourself, be your authentic self on whatever platform you're on, especially with social media, because we get caught up in thinking that these people are doing these great things, yet I'm not doing anything. But if you give your best and you present your best, someone is going to see it and someone is going to notice it. So
yeah, no, and you know what? That is one of the things that I like to reiterate to people. And I say this over and over and over again. And if people have listened to past episodes of Give It to the People Live, I tell people, you were already doing what you needed to do. And then somebody watched it and then magnified that. And it does not matter. And you are a prime example, especially because you said you don't even like social media. First of all, you can't tell, okay, because she hosts her own show. Okay, so she's saying she doesn't like it, but she's not really telling y'all the truth. She might not like it like, extreme, but she hosts her own show too, and just brings on all of these other great restaurateurs and other great chefs and, people that are doing things in the food industry. And, the thing is, you do it your way. And I think that when you say, people continue to say the word authentic all the time, but I think that now people don't really understand how to be authentic, because they want to be authentically like somebody else. That's not really being authentic, right? So it's like, I post all kinds of randomosity on my page when I feel like I want to. But that's what I want to do. And I miss the days where it was like you could just post whatever you wanted to post and it wasn't so heavily scrutinized. But I can say the thing that I love about your page is it looks beautiful. Like your pictures, your videos, it makes me want to pay attention to what you're doing. So can you speak to like how important that branding, that look of the thing, because I have seen some struggle plates on all of the social media outlets, okay? And I'm just like, who told you to post that? Like, what is the ingredient that's in there? Your stuff looks like a cookbook. Like, it looks like we definitely want to know the recipe. We want to get to know you more. We want you to cook for us. So how important was that branding portion? And I know you said, Owen said, listen, if you're going to do it right.
Yes, it was Owens and another photographer, Tony Shaw. Lord have mercy.
Come on, Tony Shaw.
Yes, they give me the business.
Good, and I love it. I love it. Yes.
but back, what I meant about not liking social media.
Uh-huh.
I use social media as a tool, yes, because it's my show.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, I use it as a show. I use it as a tool to shine spotlights on other chefs, other
Mhm.
entrepreneurs, other people that are doing things that I think are great that other people need to know about. And
Mhm.
with my page, I make sure that my page looks like a magazine. That's how I because my husband set me down and he said, "What do you want it to look like?"
Mhm.
And I said, "You know
Mhm.
what? I want it to look like something that came out of Martha Stewart. I want it to look like it came out of what is it? What's my other not Martha Stewart? Oh my goodness, Bon Appetit. I
Oh, Bon
said,
Appetit. Yeah.
yeah, that's Bon Appetit. And I said, and I want somebody to be able to take a page from my social media and put it in a magazine and put the captions and everything. And he says,
Mhm.
okay, well that's your goal. And he says, each time you take a picture, you look at it, you turn it upside down, turn it right side up. Are you doing what you say you want to do?
Mm.
And if it's not magazine worthy, you don't post it. You
Mm.
just shoot something else. So and
Mm.
I was like, we sit down every morning or even every evening and we talk about goals. And he
Mhm.
says, "Well, what did you shoot today? Did you do this today? I need you to execute this and that." And when it comes to branding, you are your own team. You now I have, of course my husband, but you have to understand what you want to do. You just can't throw everything out.
Mhm.
Even
Mm.
even if I'm at a restaurant, even though the plate may look good, I have to set it up because my goal is that everything I put out has to be magazine worthy.
Mm.
That's my goal. So I would share with someone who is talking about the branding aspect. What do you want people to see when they look at your page or your work?
Mhm.
What is the goal? Is it
Yeah.
to be a magazine or just to put a plate out and say, "Oh, I'm a good cook," or
No,
you know?
that's amazing. That's great advice because I do think that there are a lot of people that probably do spend a lot of time with the look and the feel of things. And then there are other
Hmm.
people who don't really care. And
Yeah.
so I think that if you can find your happy medium for what your goal is, and I think that you having things the way that you are saying them gives me the impression of, okay, I'm definitely not just going to put something out there any kind of
Yeah.
way, because
Hmm.
I want to create this consistency. I want to create this look and this feel. And I want you to be invited to my page. I want you to feel
Yeah.
like not only do you want to look at one picture or one video, but that you want to scroll through and you want to go back to the beginning of things. And I think that, that's an admirable thing to be able to do and to tell people. Now, if a person doesn't have, a talented husband like yours who, does amazing photos,
Hmm.
and let's just say, what would you tell them to invest in if they were like, look, I want to get into this food side of business. I want to be a personality or, anything like that. Would you tell them to focus on the photos first or the videos or, being able to be on other people's podcasts or live streams? What would you give them as far as that advice?
That advice is like I was saying, Martha Stewart. Who
Mm-hmm.
what is your goal? You have to have some type of mentor,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a real mentor as far
Mm-hmm.
as my husband. But my husband doesn't do food photography. He knows food photography, but that's not his
Mm-hmm.
passion. So he is not going to
Mm-hmm.
sit with me and go through magazines, Bon Appetit, and watch Martha Stewart, watch Food Network. You need to find your mentor, the person
Mm-hmm.
that you look at and say, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I
Mm-hmm.
want my food to look like. And investment is your time, your talent, and your education before you get equipment.
Come on.
Because what you want to do is master what you have, whether it's a phone, a disposable camera, making your food making your picture look great is more than just the equipment, because you can go out here and get a Hasselblad, which is the most expensive camera. If you don't know about lighting, if you don't know about position, you don't know about styling, it's going to look like you just got a disposable camera. So it is, yes, your talent, your education, and your time, because it takes time.
No, it's crazy because I had a conversation yesterday where I was saying, look, I had a friend of mine who started a business and then it looked like the business was going well. And then the things that she had that were pitfalls, it started going on a decline. And I thought to myself, well, why didn't she just call me in the first place? And I'm not trying to say I know everything, right?
Yeah.
But if I don't know the thing, I also know that I know someone that can probably help someone else with the thing, right? So I don't have to be the actual person that tells you how to do something, but if I can be a conduit to get you to someone else who is more, educated in that area, who this might be their expertise, or maybe they are a connector to someone else, then that's the thing. And the thing that is so like bothered me so much about it was I had already researched the business that she started about 6 months prior to it. And I did research. And one of the things I can say that over these last couple of years, I think when you have a spouse, and this is an important factor, having a spouse that's in business with you, or that's in business and you are both in business, maybe not in the same business, is that you rely on their skill and their talent as well. And then you guys are able to sharpen each other. So one thing about my husband is I call him the research department. He gets on my nerves sometimes because that thing will research it down. He is a Pisces. And if anybody knows about those fish, they don't want to jump in immediately, but y'all are already in the water, fish people, right? But it's like, they don't even realize they're in the water sometimes because they want to, it's just like, he's like the salmon, right? Where the salmon, listen, they know where they got to go. They got to go upstream and they're going to go until it's time to them to get where they're supposed to go. And they do not get deterred. That is my husband 1,010%. And I love that. And it also can be excruciatingly annoying sometimes because you and I are free spirits. We're free spirits. Like we want to do the things
and believing that we're gonna fly.
Yes, right. Like we want to do the things. We're like swim upstream. Hey, maybe we can start walking on land, right? And then we got to grow little feet, and then we can walk on land. And they're still in the water, right? So it's like people like us have to be reined in because our level of creativity is so massive that we want to do everything. But what would you say to people who are like, listen, find the one thing, right, that you feel like you're most passionate about? Because that's what I usually tell people. And then just hone that particular skill. What do you think about that as advice?
Yes, and that's good advice. I mean, even though I use food, if you know, you will say, okay, well, she's the celebrity chef, she's the cook. I use food as a way to branch out to other things. Like I said, empower people, to make sure that people shine. That is my one thing that I do to be able to branch out on other things. So I would say hone in on that one thing. And then when you have mastered that one thing, then you could branch out. So get really good. Don't get really good at a lot of things. Like, okay, I'm going to use cooking. I don't bake. I mean, baking is a science. Okay?
It is. Yeah. Because you will mess something up if you have the wrong ingredient, too much or something. Yeah.
Yes. So I do one thing, and that's pound cake. And I have destroyed cartons of eggs. I have destroyed bags of flour to do that one thing because I said, I want a signature dessert. That's what I want. And so I mastered that. And with mastering that, I said, you know what? I know how to make a pound cake. Well, let me try with making a pie. I know how to be structured with making a pound cake. Maybe I can make a pie. And then from a pie, maybe I can make a souffle, and then you go from there. So
Yeah.
find what you can master, and then from there, and I hope I'm
Hmm.
explaining it well.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
from there, you can branch out.
No, and I think that's great advice. Now, I want to let the people know we are going to be doing something together, okay? Because I reached out to Bambi and I was like, the first I said to her, I said, listen, I said, have you done any classes? Because you know me, anybody that knows me knows I'm gonna figure out a way for you to be in business. And you know, if once I like you, love you, whatever, we're gonna do something together, right? So she was like, no, but I would love to. And I was like, just hold on, right? So for everybody who doesn't know, we are going to be launching Give It to the People is going to have its own office, its own content, curated content studio. So our launch is on October 8th, and we would love for you guys to come out. It is free and open to the public. Registration is required. You can go to giveittothepeople.com. But we are going to be doing what we call taste and talk. Okay. Now, let me just see. This thing is not working like I want it to, but I'm going to try one more time. No, I don't see it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this thing. But
Okay.
if you guys can see in the background, taste and talk. And you know, I told her, I said, I want to do something where it's like TV, right? So we are going to record it. So it will be TV. So you'll be able to, you know, check it out. We're going to record it also, and we'll have snippets of it that we can use for the podcast. But we want people to come out to be able to learn how to make something. So whatever that one recipe is going to be, whatever that one thing is going to be, we want you to come out and do that. And what's going to happen is you get to talk to Bambi. You get to have this conversation, and she's going to run the show and give you all of that personality. So just, you know, if you can kind of let them know, like, what's your vision? Like when we talk about taste and talk, what do you want people to get when they come out and they come to this event?
Yes, I want them to come to this event with open minds, to be educated, to be teachable. And with that, I believe that when you learn that one dish, you can again branch off. We're going to do for all of you guys who are vegan, we're gonna have something for you. So
you know, I love to try to feed y'all because you know the people leave the little vegans out, and it's like poor little vegans.
This one dish is for everybody. So this one dish is for everybody. And I want you to be empowered to go back home with wisdom and with a full belly. So that's what I want this event to do, to do. I just don't want you to come to learn how to cook, but I want you to come to learn how to shine.
Oh, come on now. Where are you getting that at? You know nobody else is trying to help you do that. Listen, people, I'm just trying to tell you. So listen, as soon as this is over, everybody, we'll go ahead and we'll put out the link so you can register for Taste and Talk. And the one thing that I really want people to understand is that, you know, I am about mental wealth. That's what we built this whole company from. You know, when we said, okay, well, what are we going to do? It wasn't just about people starting their businesses, because I've been doing that for years, right? But what you bring to the table, and I think, you know, a lot of people have understood now that self-care is not just taking a bubble bath, right? Self-care is a well-rounded perspective of you having something to look forward to, you know, and you having something where camaraderie is a part of it, and you are with people that you want to be around. And so I think the people that typically come to the events that we do, even if they come by themselves, they want to be around other people who they know are going to give them that energy, who are going to come with the right attitude, you know, who are going to want to come and learn and then also express themselves. And I think that, you know, that's something that you bring to the table, just the energy. And just FYI, y'all, I have had that pound cake and it is delicious. Okay. So
thank you. Thank you. Yes, because I believe, like the poem said, who are we not to shine? Why I gotta come in the room and I'm the brightest star?
Yes.
Everybody has a glow. So you may be able to stir better than me. You may be able to fry better than me. You know, I don't want to be the big fish in the pond and everybody, oh no, I'm gonna say, hey, We're all big fishes. Let's go to the ocean.
Yes, look, come on, big fishes. Okay, so listen, I had that thing when Daisy said big pimping. So we're big fishing out here. Come on and big fish with us, okay? We're not doing fish at the event though, but don't worry about that. But we're big fishing metaphorically. Okay,
Yeah.
that was it. Because I was going to ask you what you want to leave the people with, but that was amazing. That right there, we're big fishing, everybody. So I'm going to put out hashtag big fishing, just in case. And if you watch this, you'll know exactly what we're talking about, because
Yes.
I think we need you to come out and be a big fish. Okay, so that's what we want you to do at Taste and Talk. Now, tell them where they can find you at online on social media.
Well, on social media, you can find me at Fab Foodie Bambi on Instagram, Facebook as Sanji Bambi Davis Daniels. Also, Fab Foodie Club. I have a Fab Foodie Club page on Facebook. And those are the three places. I do have a YouTube. It's very small. I didn't invest in keeping it up. But if you look at YouTube, it's Fab Foodie Club.
That's right. And so when you come out to the event, we'll definitely talk more about how you can be a part of Fab Foodie Club. And, we're working on some extra special things for this event. So just understand that this is something that you need to be at. You see all the energy that we're giving you, and it's just a little teeny mini screen. So what are you going to get when you come out in person? We're going to have an amazing time. And she is just going to run things, take you where you need to go, give you the energy that maybe you've been missing. And I think that that's something especially that we need right now, because it's always some negativity out there, but we're here to bring that positive energy and definitely give it to the people. So I want to thank you so much for being on the show today. You've been amazing, and everybody, definitely will be able to go ahead and follow you. And I do want to let people know, in addition to that, I'm going to put this up. I'm going to take you down really quickly, and well, you won't be able to see me anyway, but I'll put this up like at the end. We are going to be doing another event called Mocktails, Money, and Manifestos, and that's coming up in October. So if anybody's interested, I've been waiting to do a mixology class for like 2 years. So I'm going to be doing the first one on October 16th. So we have that coming up. And then, like I told people, like if you're going to be at the launch party, then come out to the launch party on the 8th, because then this way you'll get to see our new location. You'll see where Bambi will be doing, her event. And then you'll be able to see, look, if you want to do some curated content, you need some help with those things, then this is the place to be. So Greensboro, North Carolina with Give It to the People. That's what you need to do. So just go and check out everything at giveittothepeople.com, and we'll see you soon. So Bambi, again, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'm so excited for you and your husband.
Oh my God. You know what? It's going to be fun. Yes, it's going to be so fun. So everybody else, make sure that you always tune in. I'm going to go ahead and give our exit out of here, and just have a great day. Stay blessed. And if you're going to share it with people, please take the time to do that. Share it on your platforms, tag somebody, so that this way we can get more people paying attention, more people watching. And, that's just what we're about, because we always make sure that you show up and show out and continue to give it to the people. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.